It's your host, Grant Gaspard. I am back, and I'm ready to go. I have resurrected from the dead. I was dead last week. Came back for this week. A lot of stuff went on last week, and we are going to cover it here on Home Turf.
Hey guys, it's Kay. I'm back again. Yeah, lost Grant last week. Had to fill him in for him, but glad he's back.
Yeah, episode 2 was a banger, guys. You and Jordan, y'all killed it. I listened to it when I was in my deathbed, and y'all did a really good job. And I'm ready to keep it going, keep that energy up this week, and let's get going.
All right.
So recap of last week. Where we at, Kay?
Yeah, so a lot of stuff happened last week. Basketball still going strong in SEC play. Not exactly going strong,
Yeah.
Kind of falling off a little bit.
Opposite is strong.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, your fortune cookie.
My fortune cookie was
good.
fake. It's still right here. My doubts are still doubts.
Your doubts are still doubts. Maybe that translated to something else in your life, You just didn't think about it like that.
I never had doubts about tennis, and tennis is killing it.
Shoot, you're right.
So, maybe it's about my Cowboys. Maybe it's about my Dallas Cowboys. Maybe those doubts will turn to happiness soon.
I don't...
No.
Every single year, same Cowboys fans say the same thing.
Yeah, I'm just a generic, stereotypical Cowboy fan.
Oh, yeah.
So last Sunday, February 6th, women's basketball finally found a dub. Beat Kentucky in overtime 73-64. Women's tennis is still winning, still doing their thing. They beat SMU on Sunday 6-1. Tuesday, the usual, same. Men's basketball.
I think that was number 7? Yeah,
number
was
7.
Number 7.
Yeah, they lost to LSU at home.
Mm-hmm.
68,
witnessed
76.
the murder. Yep.
I don't know.
It was rough.
A lot of people say half of college basketball is the fans, which is facts. If you come in with a good fan base, you have a lot of fans show up, should help you out.
Oh, yeah.
However,
fans
still
aren't
wasn't.
coming if you're losing.
Yeah, fans. I doubt they'll show up at this next game tonight. I don't know. We'll see. But besides from that, Thursday, women's basketball won again. They beat Vanderbilt 76-58. Looks like they're starting to have things going for them. Softball doubleheader. The Aggie Classic was last weekend. Started off on Friday against A&M Corpus Christi. They won 9-1. And then right after that, they played UT Arlington and won 9-0. It was only lasted 5 innings.
Yeah, run ruled them first day each time. Yeah, softball's looking real promising. I have two really good players, Haley Lee and Kinsey Herzog. So softball should be looking good this year for sure.
Yeah, and women's tennis took their first L of the season at home versus California, 3-4. What was that? The ITA National Team Indoor Championships.
Yeah.
They were competing in. They lost to California. But after that, the next day on Saturday, they turned it around against Old Dominion and won 4-1.
Okay.
What else happened on Saturday, Kay?
Yeah, so more softball. They also had a doubleheader. I was actually at that game, got to cover it. Had a little snow/rain delay. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Snowing at the softball stadium is just not something you expect to see in Texas, especially. But went ahead and after the 4-hour delay, it was at the softball stadium for 10 hours that day, went ahead and got a 2-0 win against Western Kentucky. Then right after that, 11-3 against A&M Corpus Christi. That was, I believe, 5 innings. Run ruled them. Game was over, and I got home about 11 o'clock that night. Men's tennis also been playing well. Beat USF 4-3. So kind of following along with women's on that. Yeah. Also on Saturday, men's basketball. What?
I said, oh boy, no.
Oh yeah, men's basketball's been just, the usual.
Against Auburn, I don't even think we have to say anything about that.
Yeah.
Y'all probably saw the game.
R.I.P.
Wow. Looked like you ever go play a bunch of little kids at the
I saw a tweet that was the last time an A&M team played a number 1 Alabama team, we all know what happened. I was just like, guys,
no, this is
let's
the total opposite
let's
of
not
that.
hype that up.
Now it's like me I pulled up to the Lincoln Center across the street, and there's a bunch of little kids that played there. I kind of messed around, to cross them up. Make me feel good about myself. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
That's what Auburn did to A&M that last game. I watched the first half of that and then switched over to watch Arkansas play Bama. That was a good game, but hate that Aggies couldn't pull it through.
Yep.
Then lastly, Equestrian traveled to Bishop, Georgia, and won their competition, 15 1,532 to 1,523. And a cap off on Sunday. Softball finished off the tourney with a 9-1 dub versus UT Arlington. Women's basketball, after having a nice little win streak going, they took an L, 58-74. Great first half. Watched the first half. I think Kayla Wells hit a buzzer beater in the first quarter. That was a nice shot there. And then women's tennis put the nice little cherry on top of a long week. Won against USC 4-1. Women's tennis currently stands at 11-1. For the season, they had their first L this past weekend, but they've been playing really good.
Yeah, heck yeah. They're definitely carrying the wins on their back for, I would say, men's basketball as well. So
yeah. And then you have men's tennis as well, 5-0. Both tennis teams playing pretty good right now.
Yeah, basketball needs to take some notes.
I swear. Well, shoot. Super Bowl Sunday, last weekend. Football season is currently at an end.
Sad day.
I might just sleep for a few months.
Go into hibernation, you know?
Wake up when preseason starts, when college football starts playing again. Great Super Bowl, though. Congrats to Von Miller, old Aggie. Had 2 sacks that game, won him his second Super Bowl. He's one of the few, I was doing some research, he's one of the few players in the league to win a Super Bowl for both an AFC and an NFC in both conferences.
Interesting.
One of the few guys to do that. You have guys like LeGarrette Blount, Chris Long, you've heard of them, and then, of course, Tom Brady, the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Von Miller's up there with some of the greatest of all time, has him 2 Super Bowl rings now, one with the Broncos and one with the Rams now. Who else was playing in that game?
Yeah, you also got Bobby Brown. He was inactive on the Rams, but, you know, like his little tweet said earlier, he didn't do much, but he still got a ring. So we also, on the other side of the ball in the Bengals, Trayvon Williams. He was also inactive, but most of y'all know him from the 74-72 7 overtime game against LSU. So he's now in the league doing good. Got to go to the Super Bowl, obviously, which is awesome. But, you know, Bengals just couldn't get it done. You have to feel for Joe Burrow. I mean, he apparently declined medical attention whenever he went down. Like, he wanted to win so bad. So
Matthew Stafford went down, I think it was the drive before, the drive after, and they both came in and finished off the game. Both probably facing some injury. They're probably feeling it today. Yeah. But they both came in and played a great game. Matthew Stafford finally got his first ring. But you got to feel, like you said, for Joe Burrow, man. He was taking some hits against a very good defensive line.
He was.
Yeah, that's Aaron Donald came in, secured the game. Like, that was a GOAT move right there. Last play of the game, came in, got his sack. Yep. He's a beast, man. That was a great game overall. And honestly, though, that halftime show performance, let's talk about that real quick. That halftime show, that was good. That was good. I knew when I saw the lineup, I saw Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, my dude Eminem. He's not my dude. I don't know who he is, but he is that dude.
Your homie.
He's my homie. Great halftime performance.
Yeah,
What'd you
for
think
sure.
of it?
Whenever I saw the starting lineup, I was a little like, where are they gonna go with this a little bit? You know, like this could be really good, could be really bad. Like I don't really know. I mean, they pulled it off. Love the setup. Love how they did everything. And then just like the way they like went from song to song. I just feel like everyone watching it was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like,
my twin, 50 Cent. You know he's my twin. So you remember those Instagram accounts where they compare, like you come in their DMs like, hey, compare me to the celebrity comparison accounts.
Yeah.
I got compared to 50 Cent.
Interesting.
Yeah, because like, no, I'm not gonna lie. Like I was growing up, big 50 Cent guy. He always wore that New York flat bill hat. I got me a New York Yankee flat bill hat just because of him. Low key, we do look alike. I think so too, especially at that age.
Get a little headband, get a little 50 chain going.
I gotta give me a chain.
You're there.
I ain't got no gold chain. I gotta get me one soon. But especially a little behind the scenes for y'all. We did listen to In the Club before this podcast.
We listened
to
the whole Super Bowl performance.
We actually listened to the whole Super Bowl performance, and it was outstanding. One of probably the best Super Bowl performances I've seen since I've been watching them. It was cool. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I would say everyone that was watching it, Twitter was blowing up. They loved it. All the celebrities there, LeBron James, like, they were all... There's a video of Justin Bieber singing to Eminem. Like, they were all loving it.
LeBron was jamming it, too. Looked like he kind of knew the words of the song, maybe.
Yeah, he was singing everything.
That dude he kind of gets a lot of heat for not knowing words to songs. Like, he'll kind of, like, mouth them, but he has no idea what's going on. In the club, he said it. But, like, who doesn't know that song?
Yeah.
Who wasn't it? I mean, the whole next day I was jamming it.
That's his generation. He better know that song.
I had my windows rolled down. I was driving around HEB, kind of just jamming in the club, and kind of like this old lady was looking at me, kind of like nodding her head. And I was just kind of like looking at her, and we're like in the club, turning up.
Yeah, Grant sent a video in our group chat of him just jamming it in the club. I was like, Grant.
It's Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent all week long.
Oh my gosh.
So day after.
Not Kendrick?
Not Kendrick Lamar, he are. I'm gonna get some heat for that. I like old Kendrick Lamar. I like all his stuff like Swimming Pools, all that. That's all bangers. But yeah, so Super Bowl's over. Football season is completely done. Some other stuff's been going on this week with the battalion and the president, Kathy Banks. We don't have a lot to say about it here, but all we're going to say is thanks for the people that were supporting us on Twitter, who are helping us in the process right now. We appreciate y'all's help, and it means a lot.
Yes, seriously. We're getting a lot of attention on Twitter. It's reached out to a lot of people. A guy that runs 24/7 Sports, reached out to me too. Josh Pate. I believe there's multiple celebrities. Trayvon Williams is a writer for NFL. She used to work at the battalion. Bunch of people are in huge support of us, and we're doing our best to, try to fight this and, just keep doing what we're doing. And make sure to check out the podcast that we release, that the news people release on that situation.
The Bat Signal. If you want more updates about it, more inside scoop of what's going on, go listen to the Bat Signal. It's our brother-sister podcast, and it's ran by Kyle McClanagan. He's very, very cool guy. Helps us a lot with our podcast, so y'all go listen to that.
Yes.
So let's get into Aggie sports. First off, track. Track's been killing it lately, man.
Looks like it.
They spent the weekend at Don Kirby Invitational, and we had a lot of first place finishes, a lot of guys improving their PR. First and foremost, two-sport athlete Devin Achane. Man, he killed it. He ran a 6.63 in the 60-meter. After that's an improvement from last week's 6.71, which he ran at the Charlie Invitational. It's just improving. These guys are just constantly improving.
That's insane. I mean, the difference when you look at that between those times, like, that's insane to look at. I mean, I remember covering him in football. Like, we always knew he was fast. I always mentioned something about how it was just going to be, like, a track meet at the football game. And, like, most of the time it was. But now he's showing out in track. We also got other two-sport athlete, Bryce Foster. I also love how these guys are being two-sport athletes. I mean, Jimbo always kind of commented on that and said he loved it, and I just love that they're actually getting a shot to do that.
Fun fact for you, man. I was scrolling through Twitter after, and there was this tweet about players in the Super Bowl. 10% of them were one-sport athletes in high school.
Interesting.
And through college. Over 53% of the athletes playing in the Super Bowl were two-sport athletes coming up. So, like, if you're looking to make the leagues, looking to go pro, stick to 2 sports, 3 sports if you can.
Could have been you, Grant.
Could have been me. I just stuck with basketball, man. Like, football, I came in, I was about 150 pounds, but also 5'2". Like, I was just like a big bowling ball. Doing me. I knew I wasn't that strong. I played center. I was a beast center. Like, you played, like, we had Youth Football Association, our PNGYFA. I played center up until 6th grade, and then middle school I played center. My snaps were perfect, but I couldn't block.
Interesting.
I couldn't block no one. I had these big nose guards going up against me. But in YFA at the time, it was like these little kids and stuff. But hey, I was a cold center, but once we got to high school, I just decided to focus on basketball, and that was my thing. Continue on with this track. We had Cherokee Young, man. She put on a show too. She won the women's 400 meter at 51 seconds, .24, which after altitude conversion ranks second best in the NCAA at 51 seconds and .35. My bad. That's fast.
That is fast.
Yeah, she would dust me. Yeah. I promise you. Yeah. She was second fast in the nation.
I'd still be on the 200 mark.
Yeah. Now after that track meet, that placed Devin Achane at 3rd on the all-time top 12 list. And for those who've kind of read articles wondering like what that top 12 all-time list is, that's for like the A&M school history. They have a top 12 for each event. So you had like the 60 meters, the 60-meter hurdles, the shot put. Yeah, so he's 3rd all-time in the 60-meter in A&M history, and that's really impressive. A lot of athletes at that tournament kind of went up in the ranks. Bryce Foster as well. He's 6th all-time now on the list.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Go Track.
Go Track. But on the opposite side, we have men's basketball. Love talking about men's basketball.
Oh god, yeah, it's rough. Covering them, I was so excited going into the season. Like, yes, like men's basketball. Buzz Williams, third year, kind of like your make or break. Like you can be good, you're not. And like starting off the season, they were, they were.
I'm not gonna lie, they had us in the first half.
Yeah,
they had us in the first
4-0
half.
in the SEC. I was okay, like maybe covering a good men's basketball team, like maybe go to March Madness, and then just like.
I was excited. I was already looking at hotels, going to the tournament, going to cover them. I was excited, and now they had us fooled. They had us fooled in the first half, and now they on what, 8?
This is number 8
straight.
It'll probably be number 9 tonight, honestly.
Let's talk about LSU first, because LSU happened before Auburn. Then we can get into the Auburn game. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so LSU. When our first podcast, I talked about when the last time they played LSU, they were missing some key players. Xavier Pinson, Days, and then Easton was kind of in and out of the game. They were all back. They were all healthy. And the 3 of those players had a combined 46 points.
Yeah, did some damage.
On the
that
Aggies.
half too. I mean, Buzz talked about not putting 2 halves together, which they haven't been doing for probably the past 7 games. They had 16 points in the first half. As a SEC team, like they looked like a high school basketball team out there. Honestly,
Nah, it was pathetic.
I mean, you cannot score 16 points in the first half, and then they dropped 50 something in the second half, and I'm like, those are just 2 opposite spectrums of teams, and like when you are that inconsistent and cannot get anything going in the first half, and then just have an outstanding second half, like you can't win games like that.
You can't start off slow, especially in SEC basketball, because those guys are going to get the lead and they're going to keep the lead, especially the athletes they have on their squad, man. And I mean, something good that came out of it, they out rebounded LSU offensively. They were tied for the game 40-40, but they had 22 offensive rebounds versus LSU's 12. Now, and they forced 22 turnovers that game too.
Yeah, I mean, they're a good turnover team. I want to say they're probably they're top 10 in the country for getting turnovers. So I mean, they aren't struggling on that. Offensive rebounds, Buzz always says he wants to hit that 15 number, and I mean they've been doing that, which they're succeeding. They just can't make their shots, quite frankly. Like.
And LSU made their shots. They shot 50% from the 3, went 8 for 16. They were hitting their shots. They had a great game. We got down 20 at half, and we were just fighting to come back. We almost had it there for a little bit, just couldn't pull it through.
Yeah. If this team would play like they did in the second half of the LSU game, I would not be worried right now. But they just cannot consistently do that.
Yeah. And then, I mean, we had that game, and then here's the Auburn game.
Got a worse game.
Yeah. A&M traveled to Auburn, looking to
College
take down another number 1 team from Bama, except this did not go like the football season went. Everyone was talking up on Twitter, hyping up this game, saying, hey, we're going to go take down number 1 team. I was excited, woke up early, made breakfast.
11 a.m.
Had my plate open, had my plate on my table. Got some poured a cup of orange juice, turned on the game, tip off starts, and then it just went downhill. Ruined my meal, ruined my appetite. I was upset.
You're like, I poured orange juice for nothing, man.
We had let's start talking about that game. We had Walker Kessler, 7-foot center for Auburn, looked like Shaquille O'Neal.
Insane.
He was just, we didn't have the answer.
No.
Whoever we put on him, he just bullied.
Look, if a 7-foot guy was blocking me left and right, I wouldn't shoot. Honestly, it's just like, here you go. I don't want to get embarrassed on national television. Yeah. I mean, I'm probably, a foot shorter than you. Some of these guys probably are. I mean,
offensively, he had, 12 points. He dropped a triple-double that game. And, normally triple-doubles are dropped. Points, rebounds, assists. He had a triple-double with blocks. 12 blocks.
Insane.
At the end of the game. Let's go back to what I was saying about the Lincoln Center over there by my crib. I get 12 blocks a game against those little kids. And that's what he did against us. Like, he absolutely turned up. You have Jabari Smith.
He had a great game as well.
He had a good game. 9 points, 8 rebounds. I mean, it was just,
They're a
from the start to
over
finish, they played good. They out hustled us, outplayed us. It was a good game. And, I mean, there's nothing you can do when you're also, the shots aren't going in either. Yeah. They shot 3 for 22 from the 3. A&M did. Marcus Williams struggling again, went 0 for 6 from the 3. Overall, we shot 19 for 70.
Yeah, your starting point guard can't do that. And honestly, the biggest thing I'm learning out of all these games is that A&M is playing is who to root for in March Madness, honestly.
Honestly, I'm already looking at my brackets right now.
Right?
Auburn, big Auburn guy right now. They're winning. I mean, after that horrible first half, I was switching over to the Arkansas and Bama game.
Yeah, they're doing.
I mean, that was a great game. They were down against Bama at home, came back, tied it up. Wasn't able to finish it off, but they had some good guys over there with like JD Note, one of the better guards in the league, Williams. That guy, that's a very strong duo right there. But I'm tired of talking about Razorback sports right now. I just have to get my mind off of this Auburn and Aggie game.
Yep.
Now let's talk about some basketball-wise. Women's basketball, they've been playing good. Yeah. I mean, they fell short against. They played LSU this past week. They had a good first half. Like we said before, Kayla Wells hit that buzzer beater in the first, got momentum going. Second quarter played good. It was tied going into the second half. And that's just when it kind of took off. LSU was the number, 14 ranked team in college basketball, and they just showed why they were the number 14 ranked team and took off.
Yeah, for sure. I was reading our recap on that game, actually, and one of his quotes, or one of Gary Blair's quotes was, he just wants to drive for 5, basically was his quote. Which, I mean, it's his last season, which is really disappointing. He just wants 5 SEC wins. That's all the dude wants. And, I just really hope they get it. I really hope they keep winning. Not too sure what their schedule looks like up and coming, but I really feel like they can. And, especially for Gary Blair last season, hopefully they can pull it out.
Yeah. Well, shoot, that's all that we have. We actually want to do a little segment real quick. Hold up. Yeah. So, I actually don't know about you fan-wise. Who's your big 3?
Yeah,
football, baseball, basketball. Who's your professional team?
Okay, obviously grew up an A&M fan, so that was very influential. I'm also from Houston, so kind of always grew up surrounded by Texans fans, blah blah blah. Yeah. But my parents were my grandma worked for the Cowboys at one point, and my parents were just always diehard Cowboys fans. So I love the Cowboys. Haven't paid as much attention to them this season just because I just. Yeah. It just
that's
breaks
not really
my heart,
something to
honestly.
Say that you're a Cowboy fan. You gotta kind of keep that on the low right now.
Yeah, it's a little embarrassing. That. I have a lot of Cowboys gear. I just don't pull it out right now because you just get roasted, Yeah. So love the Cowboys. Also, I'm not baseball or MLB and NBA. Not die hard fans of everything. I love playoff baseball, love playoff basketball. Yeah. Honestly, I'm from Houston, so I feel like I lean a little towards the Rockets. I like a lot of different players in the NBA. Don't really follow a specific team. I just from Houston, I'm biased. Yeah. Then MLB, I actually went to the 2017 World Series when the Stros were in it. So that was me and my mom went. I swear we were the only 2 girls that were there alone. So that was a super cool experience. So I like the Stros whenever they're winning. Obviously, it's hard. It's easy to love a team whenever they're winning. So what about you?
So Cowboys, Rockets. I'm the same way.
Stros.
Big Cowboy fan. I don't think I was born into it. Like most Cowboy fans, didn't really choose. I don't think anyone chooses to be a Cowboy fan.
Chooses to be
it's kind of tough to say right now, as well as the Rockets. I'm actually wearing this jacket I just got from Foot Locker. It's a Rockets jacket. Y'all can't see it.
It's a nice jacket.
It's nice. I went to Chili's last night. Valentine's Day, took my girlfriend to Chili's.
Attaboy.
Was watching Kansas, Oklahoma State. That game was going on there too. Was walking in, and this guy asked me where I got my jacket from. Said it was clean. So that made my night. I was happy. That made my Valentine's Day. That was really cool. So yeah, Cowboys, Rockets, and then Stros, of course. But I agree with you. I try to watch a lot of games, but I'm not doing anything. If I'm not doing nothing, I'm gonna watch sports. I'm gonna watch whatever's on. But kind of an average fan, watch the playoffs, stuff like that.
Yeah, diehard football fan though. Football's so hard not to love. I mean, once you get into it, you fall in love with the players and the coaches, and I guess you can do that for every other sport as well. Yeah. We got baseball starting up this weekend.
Yeah, football's over. Baseball is starting, man. Yeah. Let's look into this week.
Yeah, for sure. So starting up on Tuesday, we have men's basketball taking on Florida. So that could either break the streak or continue it. So we'll see about that one. Men's tennis also coming up. I believe we have women's tennis somewhere in here as well. So those two teams will be playing this week. They have quite still a decent season ahead of them. So hopefully they can still keep winning. Softball plays on Wednesday again at Sam Houston. So once again, hopefully they can get that done. Men's golf, a lot of spring sports going on right now.
Yeah.
Women's basketball is also coming up at Ole Miss. That's on Thursday. So what else do we have this week? More softball.
Just more softball. Softball plays Missouri State at home, plays Kansas at home as well.
Doubleheader on
and
Saturday.
Then we have the season opener for baseball.
Yep.
Man, I think fans been waiting for this. They play Fordham?
They play, yeah.
How do you say that?
Fordham.
I have no idea who it is.
I'm in a flag football class this semester, and so we were talking about like baseball season, softball season, and my coach was asking me, keep in mind, there's 4 girls in that class, and I'm one of them. And then he's like, when does baseball season start? And of course, I'm the one that knows it. Like, no one else does. And I'm like, oh, it starts this weekend. They play like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then he was like, well, who do they play? I'm like, Fordham? Like,
some school, I have no idea. I'm excited though. Friday, I understand Casey's covering it. Our editor, Casey, is covering that game Friday. I'll be there Saturday. Can't think of a better way to spend my Saturday covering some Aggie baseball. I'm excited about that.
You're going to be there a long time.
Saturday is filled with events. We have Accretion plays South Carolina. Women's tennis plays TCU. Baseball continues against Fordham. Softball versus Pitt, softball versus Kansas, women's tennis versus ACU. A whole lot going on. We also have swimming and diving, day 5. I think that's the SEC championships going on this week for swimming and diving. Yep. And then men's basketball at Vanderbilt, going to play Scottie Pippen's kid. That should be a good game. I don't know what to say about it.
I don't even know what to say about men's basketball at this point. So hopefully,
I'm not even in the mood to do the whole Buzz Williams jacket thing.
Yeah.
Let's see if they win.
He needs to just keep that thing on.
Just keep it on, because every time he takes it off, he's
losing. I mean,
it's just not. It's depressing. And then Sunday, what we have going on? We have softball versus SFA. Baseball plays their 3rd game against Fordham, and then women's basketball versus Bama at home.
Yup.
A lot going on this week. A lot of sports. We'll be back next week to help cover it. Excited. Hey, and also it's a first for me. Tonight I played my first rec basketball game, intramural game. I'm excited.
Yeah. He's going to put up a double-double.
I'm going to put up a triple-double. Triple-double with blocks. If Walker Kessler can do it, I can do it.
You're going to be like Walker.
Okay, 7:45 tonight. Pull up. Be there at the rec. I don't know who we play. I just know my team's going to put on a show. Last semester we went to the Elite 8. Couldn't finish it off. Though it was a good season by me and my boys.
Hey, I need a charge tonight too.
A charge?
I need a charge.
All right, I'll get y'all 1 charge. I'll get y'all 2 charges.
Okay, he's putting them big numbers now.
2 chargers.
He's promising things.
I'll bring home 2 ankles, 2 sets of ankles, and then 10 points. Hey, I got y'all tonight.
All right. We'll let y'all know next week.
Hey, thank y'all for coming on. This was the end of episode 3. Y'all show up next week. A lot to talk about. A lot of Aggie sports going on. We'll probably be covering baseball. Baseball season will just finish their series against Fordham. I'm excited to talk about that. Again, appreciate all the help, all the support going on with the Battalion and Kathy Banks right now, and just the whole print thing. Y'all go listen to the Bat Signal. He should have more updates on that, more inside scoop, and y'all look out on Twitter for more updates. Thank y'all.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
This week's episode of Home Turf was produced and edited by Grant Gatsford and Kyle McClinigan.